Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you the first things you should do after setting up your ASUS ROG Phone 9 Pro. The first thing to do is go to settings after you've finished your setup, and then first you should check for updates on your phone. So in order to do it, go to System, then go to System Updates. But you can see I have no network connection because I haven't connected to network yet. So let's go to Settings, then select the network, which is also a step. So even if you are skipping the update step, then I suggest you connecting to Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna select maybe this network. And now I can go back. Then I'm gonna check for updates. And you can see that there is an update available, so it'll download it, then it'll install it. So I'll get back to you in a moment, but before that, if you are skipping the update part, I'm gonna show you how to connect to Wi-Fi normally. So if there is no Wi-Fi symbol here, this is the symbol like a triangle. You can see I'm connected now, but if you're not, then in settings go to network and internet, and then make sure you are connected to anything. As you've seen before, you need to have the Wi-Fi enabled, then select the network you want to connect to and enter its password if there is one. So this is pretty important. Now I'm gonna go back to the updates and just wait. Now you can see that the update was downloaded, so I'll need to click on reboot now and also wait a moment because the reboot will take longer than usual in order to apply the update. After that, we'll get to the further steps. And now I can unlock my phone and the update was installed. Okay. I'm gonna cancel that. Then you can see on your phone you can slide down from the right side to open the control center or from the left side to open the notifications. In the notifications after setup, you'll get a notification finish setting up your device. Just a few more steps. So I'm gonna click on that here. Then click on start and we'll start finishing our setup. If you don't have your SIM card inserted, this is the right time. You can also do that later, and if it doesn't recognize your SIM card, then you can just reboot your phone and it'll be good. So I'm gonna skip that for now. Now it asks you if you want to copy your data from your old phone. So if you click on don't copy, then you'll not be asked again, although this question was there before while doing the setup, but this is the last time that you can decide. After that, you will not be able to copy data using the Google feature, but you'll be able to copy it using the phone clone, and there is a video on our channel on how to transfer files from old phone onto your new ASUS ROG Phone 9 Pro, and this video features the phone clone function, so you don't need to click on next now because you can clone the data anytime you want using the ASUS feature. Now, if you haven't signed into Google yet, then it'll ask you, and it is a great time to sign in now, because later we will be installing apps And in order to install apps, you need to have the Google account. So either log in if you already have it or create account, then follow the steps on screen and your account will be created. I'm gonna quickly log in. Now I'm gonna enter the password off camera. And let's click on next. Now select whether you or your child will be using this device. If you select that your child will be using this device, then the steps may be kind of different because you'll be setting up the parental controls. So I will be setting it for myself, so I'll choose this first option. Then you need to agree to the Google Terms of Service, so I'm gonna agree to that, because if you don't, then you need to click on Don't add this account now, and you will not be able to add the account without agreeing to the Google Terms of Service. Now it may ask you for some Google Services revision. You can enable or disable them, or just read them to get to know more about them. Then click on Accept. Now it may also ask you about backup, so I'll turn on backup so I don't lose my data. Now also, I think it is only in the European Union, but it'll ask you for your search engine if you haven't chosen it yet. So I'm gonna click on next and select the Google engine. Then I'm gonna set it as default. It'll also ask you about letting contacts nearby find and share with you, so I'm gonna agree to that as well. And now if you want to set up Hey Google, let's set it up. Just click on I agree, then click on I agree, and sometimes it may ask you to say 4 phrases out loud that will be shown on the screen in order to set up voice match. But in my case it skipped it because I have it set up on another phone. Then if you want to access your assistant without unlocking the device, I'm gonna click on skip. And now you can see that I am post the setup. So let's then go to settings and adjust a few more things. So the first thing, if you haven't signed into Google, I have, as you've seen before, but if you haven't, then I suggest you going to the settings, then passwords and accounts, and find add account. Then you can log in, because it will be needed for another step that we do now. So let's go to the Play Store. This is the place that you download apps from. I'm gonna click on Get Started. Then if you want to verify your purchases instantly using password or biometrics, I'm gonna use the password, but you most probably want to use biometric because it's much faster, but I don't have it set up yet, and I'm gonna show you later how to set up your fingerprint and the passcode. Oh my god. Let's go back again. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, now I can click on done, and I'm in the Play Store. So the first thing to do is click on your profile icon in top right corner, then go to Manage Apps and Device, and then in Updates go to See Details, and let's wait until the update in process installs. Then we're gonna click on Update All, and we're gonna update all of their services because they just need to be up to date. So I'm gonna click on Update All. It'll take a moment, but in the meantime you can do other things and it doesn't interrupt it. So now let's go to deleting bloatware. Actually on this phone there is no bloatware, but you may find like some anime play or some phone clone not important to you, as well as themes. or tips, so you can just press and hold on them, then disable the app, just like that. You can also go to app info and disable it here, but there is no bloatware because this phone actually doesn't install any unimportant apps, so that's really great. So now let's go to the settings, and in the settings I'm gonna set up my screen lock. So let's go to security and lock screen. Then you can see screen lock, fingerprint and face recognition. I'm gonna set up the screen lock first. So you can set it up to non-swipe, which is just swipe up on your lock screen and it unlocks. You can set it to a pattern, pin or password. So the password will be most complex. The pin will be sort of complex because it'll have only numbers, but you know, it's not that easy to guess it. And the pattern, if someone sees you entering your pattern, then they may remember it. So if you want to set up a pattern, make sure it's complex enough that no one will remember it after seeing it once. So I'm gonna set up a pattern, but you can choose on your own. Then to set a pattern, just draw. I'm gonna do something pretty simple, but I suggest setting it to something more difficult. And I'm gonna confirm. Now it asks you if you want to show all notification content, high sensitive notification content, or don't show notifications on lock screen. I'm gonna hide the content, but it'll show you that the notifications are there and from which apps are they. And you can see my screen lock is set. So now I can also set up fingerprint and face recognition. I'm gonna set up both, but honestly I don't suggest setting up face recognition because on Android phones it usually, for example on this ASUS phone, it doesn't have the IR sensor. It only bases on the camera, so you could as well just put a picture of someone in front of the phone and it may unlock it. So I would not recommend it, but it's also up to you. But the fingerprint is really safe, so I'm gonna set up the fingerprint first, and as you can see I need to enter my screen lock, then locate my fingerprint so it's under the screen, and we're gonna do it. Then it says that the third-party screen protectors may affect fingerprint recognition, and now I'm gonna place the finger on the sensor, which is under the screen in this place, and you need to place and lift it multiple times. Also remember to kind of move the finger between each scan so it scans the whole area. Now we are capturing the edges of the fingerprint, so it always catches that. Then click on done. Okay, and the fingerprint is set. You can also change the indicator styles. I'm gonna set it to something nice. And you can also change the unlock animation. So this is just personalization stuff, but I'm gonna set it. Then let's go back to face recognition. So I'm just gonna show you how to set it up. First, let's unlock the screen lock. Now click on next, and you need to put your face in the frame, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I have just looked at the screen and it is set up as you can see. Then I click on done. Then if you want to turn on the face recognition to unlock your device, I'm gonna turn it on. Then it's all set up, so I'm gonna show you how to unlock your phone now. You can either do it by swiping up and entering your passcode. You can also do it by entering your fingerprint or by scanning your face. And you can see they all work. So now let's get to the further step, which will be enabling the battery optimization. So let's go to the settings. Then in the settings, go to battery, and here is adaptive battery, so you can enable that. You can also go to the battery care, and you can set a charging limit. So you can set it to, for example, 90%, so it will only charge your phone up to 90% in order to extend battery lifespan. But you may want to set it at 100, so if you do, then just leave it as it is. You may also want to enable steady charging, so it will charge your battery slowly. But if you need to charge your battery quickly, then disable that feature as well. And you can also change the charging mode, but I'll need to connect the charger first. But I can set it to regular charging, bypass charging, or smart bypass. So for example, if you're playing games at the moment, you may want to set it to bypass charging, so it will only supply power to the system, not to the battery, so it doesn't overcharge the battery as you play and provides less heating. Then I think you can also go to system modes and learn about them. So this is gonna be the best performance for gaming, so whenever you start gaming you wanna enable that. Then optimized is gonna be for daily use, and ultra durable if you are low on power and have no option to plug in your phone. And that's basically what's in the battery settings. So let's continue with installing important apps. So let's go to Play Store. You can see actually my downloads, my updates have been done already. So now install the things that you find important. It may be Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, some browsers, Netflix, like any app that you find important. So just search for it in the search bar. So I'm gonna search for Chrome. If I actually have it already, so maybe not, but let's search for WhatsApp and just install it. Then I'm gonna also search for Instagram. You just go to the app and click on install. I actually have it installed, so okay, I didn't know that. And you can also, for example, download TikTok or something else. So let's download it. And you can see that the apps will be installed here. Also, as I've said before, this phone doesn't install bloatware besides Instagram and Facebook, which are very commonly used. So it is often found that people don't uninstall it. But if you don't like Instagram or Facebook, you can just press and hold, then click on uninstall, and it'll vanish from here. So these were the important apps, and now let's go to disabling the unimportant background apps. So let's go to the settings. And then I'm gonna search for background. Background app management here, so it's actually in the battery somewhere. No, I didn't want that feature. So I'm gonna find it myself. It's gonna be most probably in the apps and notifications. Okay, so I think you just need to go to an app and then sometimes it'll have the background option, so if there's an app that you don't use too often, you may want to disable that option for it to run in the background. You may also want to go to default apps in the apps settings, and for example, if you have a different browser app, then you can click on the browser app and change it to the one that you prefer. You can also change the digital assistant app, the home app if you have multiple launchers, the phone app, the SMS app, the wallet app. So I'm gonna set it to Google Wallet, and here it is opening links, so I can leave it unset. And now let's go to the Google Wallet. Let's see if it is installed. I can see it, so most probably it isn't installed. So I'm gonna go to the Play Store and search for Wallet. Yes, I need to install it. This app will allow you to pay with your phone, so I'm gonna open it. Then I'm gonna click on Add to Wallet, Payment Card, and here you need to either scan your payment card or click on Enter Details manually and enter your details. Then click on Save and Continue, and it will be added to that app. So whenever you want to pay in store, then you can just open that app and tap with your phone, and it'll pay. And I think this is all I wanted to show you. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.